Man, don't you just love it that we're back in the 90s again, making moral panics off of stupid games? It's like we never left. Graphic video game available on Steam allows you to simulate being a terrorist who kills people. Yeah, I think I heard about that game. It's called Counter-Strike. No, this is an entirely new game that is a lot less vague on which groups that they're referring to. It surprisingly got a lot of positive reviews, and the Steam description says it is the most base game of all times. The developers themselves don't take this game seriously, and if you do, you're off the joke. I mean, they called the game Max Payne on steroids. Politics aside, that is a great influence for a video game. The devs know what they're talking about. I love this part too. This game is available for your kids to play. Yeah, this is an adult's game and kids won't play that. There are Roblox games that are edgier than this. You might want to check on those, especially to you parents. And Libs of TikTok, just because we both don't like the Libs doesn't mean that you're my ally. And that's the first short that I'm showing for today in this Shorts HD compilation. Now before we get to the next Supla, this video is brought to you by all of these wonderful people. You guys are fantastic. If you want to see your names among these awesome people, then check out the links down below. Just $1 and you will see your names among these guys. Seriously, thank you so much. And now, let's get to the next Supla. It is undeniable that Twitch is getting raunchier and raunchier to the point where I can't even show the stuff that they are airing here without being demonetized. I got a short for that, link down below, but that one got demonetized, so that will remain a Shorts exclusive. Basically, women appear topless, but they're actually not. They got banned, for the record. People are giving their critiques on how this website is allowing content like this. And while the initial bans were there, it was the follow-up that really cemented Twitch's position. Twitch will now allow artistic nudity following the viral topless meta. Certain nudity is allowed on the platform, such as artistic nudity, game nudity that is contextual, but you have to put some labels on them. Same goes for body painting and mature games. Seems like Twitch wants to make this place more welcoming to 18+, and loads of people are exploiting this rule with all sorts of bizarre additions. It has been rife with exploitation, so this is the bet they're making, I guess. This is some of the most embarrassing interactions I have ever seen on the internet. A moderator for Amouranth met her in real life, and after helping her doing stuff, he wanted a high five. Unfortunately, Amouranth didn't return the favor, and he froze for a couple of seconds.
Show banner? Okay.
Ooh, that stings, Rance.
Yeah,
that stings.
Absolutely embarrassing. But the cope from this guy is even worse.
Damn, chat's gonna mean to you.
Oh, I don't care. I'm a mod. I don't give a shit what they say.
Yeah, sure, dude. You really don't. And I love how you just flex that you're a moderator, as if that's something to be proud of. When someone wants to start their piracy journey, I always point out to the Piracy subreddit megathread. Look it up. On its own, it's already a great guide, but the Piracy megathread is just the beginning of the wide 7 seas. Right down the Piracy megathread are links to other treasures. These websites have an insanely extensive amount of resources that are constantly updated with all sorts of guides to not just piracy, but also guides in general. All of these are great guides and resources for not only pirates who are sailing the 7 seas, but also anyone using a computer in general. And one more thing to all of you pirates, always make sure that the stuff that you're grabbing from are from trusted sources and not from the sources that have been caught in 4K to be unreliable and even dangerous. I fell victim to some of these, and some of my viewers also did too. So avoid the dangers, proceed with caution, and once you're ready to sail, happy trails. Machine learning is the basis of a lot of AI art these days, which doesn't always work, granted, check out my last video on that, but it doesn't mean that it can't be useful. So I want to find a higher resolution version of this image of Ine-chan. Reverse image search yields no results higher than this, so it looks like I have to upscale this myself with AI. Waifu 2x is the go-to solution, and now with unlimited Waifu 2x, it can even go so far as 4x, which is impressive, and the results are amazing. But there are a couple of flaws, and I also want to do it offline. So I use this program called Chainer, which is available on GitHub, open source on Windows, Mac, and Linux. So the idea is you drop on an image as a node, and you connect that node to a pre-trained upscaling model that you can download in this website. The results? Well, they speak for themselves. Crazy good, right? And you can do this for not just anime art, but also other artworks as well. Just make sure that you use the correct model. AI and machine learning aren't inherently bad. They're just used really bad. There's nothing wrong with driving auto if that's your preference, but I prefer manual, aka the stick. That being said, what the hell is this monstrosity? Who thinks that this is a good idea? If I'm driving a car, I want a stick, preferably manual stick, but a stick nonetheless. This ain't a freaking stick. It looks like someone mutilated it. Turns out that vehicles with button transmissions have been a thing since the 50s and was introduced in the early 40s. They're not making these button transmissions anymore because they are more expensive, less reliable, break down easier, and drivers found them confusing and difficult, not to mention disgusting. Then Tesla and many other cars decide to bring back this monstrosity. Thank you, Elon. You're ruining cars, crypto, and Twitter. What are you going to ruin next? Car dashboards? Look at all that totally reliable touchscreens. The buttons are almost actually, they're literally non-existent. What's your problem with buttons? Guys, imagine not being terminally online. Must have been a really happy life.
I don't think being ignorant about things like genocide is cute or cool, actually.
I don't think being miserable is cute or cool either.
As a human being who socializes with other human beings,
The fact that you have to say that means that you're most likely not.
not staying up to date with major political affairs just translates to plain incompetence.
And getting up to date just translates to misery. How about stop doing that?
Being blissfully unaware of current events is a huge red flag, by the way.
Being a miserable person is also a huge red flag.
Being so privileged, sheltered, and ignorant of the world that you miss a genocide at the latest stage, and a genocide that's rapidly approaching later stages in multiple countries, is not a good thing.
Yeah, I figured that those poor homeless people with no internet connections and no devices to use to access the internet are also incredibly privileged. Put the phone down, touch some grass, and stop being miserable. It's totally possible being addicted to all sorts of things, like games or porn. It's a question of why these people got addicted.
You were never addicted to video games. You were addicted to status.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be impressed by my Elden Ring Platinum achievement.
Grinding for 12 hours to level up and flex on all your friends. You wanted status.
Whoa, hold on a second. Friends? What friends? You are assuming very highly of us.
Remove video games and that hunger for status will still be there.
Actually, if we remove video games, we would become incredibly miserable, but go on.
Apply this drive to real life and you will be unstoppable.
Gee, if you are passionate about real life stuff instead of video games, you'll be more successful in life. It's almost like it's my parents tweeting this or something. This post is wild. Are men more attractive than women?
In a completely objective perspective, which negates my male heterosexuality, I would say yes, men are more attractive.
Doesn't that make you gay?
So why are men more attractive? Men exudes power, strength, and prominence, while the female body is tailored for beauty with wider hips and breasts. Okay, even if I agree that this statement is objective, attractiveness is still subjective. People can either be attracted to power or beauty. You just so happen to be attracted to power. Doesn't make you objectively correct.
A lot of women, sexy to us as they are, look in the mirror naked each day and don't think they're particularly alluring.
Yeah, those women have negative body image and low self-esteem, which is very common, but I don't think it's because the men caused it. How does this support your statement that men are more attractive than women? I do know for a fact that you find men more attractive than women, and forgive me if that makes me doubt your heterosexuality. This is quite the dystopian future. So there's this job applicant who applies for a job, and unfortunately the applicant is rejected. Why? Because the applicant is born in the wrong date. The applicant in question is born on April 20, aka 420, which is a real date last time I checked, but it seemed that the people in this firm didn't get the joke. Oh, sorry, I meant they didn't get that this is not a joke. Well, it turns out that the story might be fake. To put it simply, stating a really dumb and stupid reason why your application is rejected will result in a potential lawsuit up your butt. Did you know that rejecting someone for no apparent reason is not only perfectly legal, but even highly advised? Not saying this cannot happen in the future, but it totally can, because people are using AI in the dumbest ways these days. And that's all for the shorts collection today. If you like this shorts collection, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my weekly streams at my APB show channel, link down below. Go subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.